Okay, so today I am going to show you how to set up alerts on a Power BI dashboard. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do that. I'm going to try to be relatively quick so that it's easy for you. Okay, so number one, I'm starting here with this is just a dummy dashboard that we have that mimics OEE data that we've done for clients. So it's on manufacturing waste. So if you're in manufacturing, this might look familiar. If you're not, it doesn't really matter because what I'm going to show you is not really specific to this dashboard. So the easiest way to set up alerts is to use the card type of chart inside of Power BI. So if you create a card, which is what these individual things are right here, the first way that you can begin setting up alerts on this is to hit these three dots right here and hit add alert. And it's going to bring up an option over here. And so if you have Fabric, that's where this is going to kick in, right? If you have Microsoft Fabric, then you're going to be able to do changes by, increases by, decreases by, or you can switch it to becomes and you can say if it's less than 90. Let's say we want to set up as our thing. So you can set an alert system right here. And then you can say, I want to either notify via Teams or I want to notify via email, and you can pick who you want to notify. So I can type other people on my team in here. It's going to use Active Directory or what is now called Intra ID, find the other folks that I have in my tenant, and I can set up a notification system for them, right? So this is how it works with Fabric. And the way, if you get the Teams message, let me find it real quick. If you get the Teams message, you are going to get something called Fabric Activator in Teams, which is going to show up and you're going to get that, right? And so that's where your stuff is going to pop up and you're going to get a message if you do it like this, right? So that's one way to do alerts. Another way to do alerts is to pin this into a dashboard. Now, I call this a dashboard, but technically in Power BI, they call this a report. A dashboard is where you can pin things into. So I already have a dashboard called test alerts. So I'm going to pin this into test alerts, right? Then I'm going to go back to our workspace, which we call a sales workspace just because it's a bunch of dummy dashboards and data sets that we show people, right? And I'm going to find my dashboard test alerts and I'm going to open this up. And you can see right now, because I haven't done any formatting, it's just a place where I've pinned a couple of different cards from different dashboards, right? You can pin things from separate reports into a single dashboard in here. So then I'm going to open this one up and I am going to manage alerts. So I want to set an alert up on here. Now, on here, I can set an alert. This is a different way to set up an alert. And I can say that I want to check, I'm going to give the alert title of waste score. And then I am going to set alert rules. And I'm going to say if it drops below 85, then I want to get a notification. And I want to get that notification at most every 24 hours. Or you can do it every once an hour, right? And they're only sent if the data changes. So the way that you get the alerts, so then I can say, send me an email too. So you can check this or uncheck this, right? So I'm going to save and close that. So the way that you get the alerts is up here. You get them in this notification right here, right? But if you check the send email option, then you will also get an email with the alert, right? But the main way that you're going to get that alert like this is right here. But let's say that you want that alert, but you want to email somebody else who's not you, because that alert is for the person setting it up, right? So let's say that you want to email somebody else in your organization. Then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to manage alerts. And I'm just going to use Power Automate to trigger it. So I'm going to open up Power Automate via that option right there because it's going to automatically load in the trigger. So make sure your Power BI account is synced. Then I'm going to hit continue, right? And then I am going to open this up and I am going to choose waste score. which is the alert ID. So remember, the alert triggers when it drops below 85, I think is the threshold I set, right? So the alert is already a binary true false. Either it triggers or it doesn't. If it triggers, that means it's below that point. So I don't have to put any logic on is it below a certain point in here unless there's more branching I want to do, right? So all I need to do is I'm grabbing the waste score and I'm saying when a data-driven alert is triggered. This is a very simple Power Automate flow. Even if you've never used Power Automate before, you can do it. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up send email. I'm going to find the Outlook send email because I'm working in an office tenant. And then I'm going to say that I want to send a notification to, I know I said somebody else, so normally it would be somebody beside yourself, but I'm just going to say for myself, that's how it goes. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to specify the subject, and I'm going to say that it is the alert title is going to be the name of the alert title drops below 75 or whatever, right? And then I can put additional things. You can use this slash insert dynamic content to add additional things about it, right? So you can put in the tile URL and say, please review. This alert has dropped below the expected threshold. Boom. Right. So now I have that set up. Now I save. Now I have a send email. And now I'm going to test it real quick just to make sure. So we're going to run it. So we're going to manually test it to see if it works. It's going to take a few minutes. Obviously, you can do a lot more complicated flows in Power Automate. You can do a lot more complicated branching logic, but I just want to do a quick video to show you how you can easily set up alert systems on something in Power BI. So if you can build a card on a value that you want to have an alert system on in Power BI, then you can set up an alert system on it. So we'll give this a couple minutes. Well, hopefully not minutes, hopefully seconds, although it's taking a long time to actually run the test. So let's go back. Sometimes you gotta, I'm gonna go back to edit. So I canceled that. Sometimes you need to, like, sometimes you need to do it a couple times for it to try to run the alert. So let's just give it a second here and see if we get this to run. Anyway, I had one running earlier, and the way that it comes over is I'll show you an example while we're waiting on this one. This is the one on the other card that you saw in there that I set up earlier, where you can see it just ran. And it just has like selected unit score has been triggered due to the value dropping below 70. That's how I set it up to run. You can obviously, right, it has the selected unit score has been triggered as the thing up there. You can obviously like change the formatting, change the context, change whatever happens in there. So that's how it runs.